Hey everyone, welcome back to The Wandering Wind. Good to see you back. Good to be here. Wanted to talk about a few things. First of all, if you were at the live tonight, I know that it looked like crap. I figured out the reason why. The software that I use, Meld Studio, does not like to play well with anything other than NVIDIA graphics cards for hardware encoding. And so, since all it wants to use is software encoding, since I don't have an RTX card in my system, it's bottlenecking with how much the CPU can work. So what I need to do is basically figure out how I'm going to come up with $300, get an RTX card, sell this dang thing for scrap, and then use that for hardware encoding and go back to doing what I love. So there's that. I figured that out. It's just a matter of getting the right hardware. Second of all, I figured out why I'm going to tell you all what I'm doing in a couple of months. So it's in about a month and some days, in about a month and 2 weeks, 6 weeks. Yeah. So in 6 weeks or thereabouts, I'm going to be branding out and starting a brand new account. I've got a YouTube channel I've set up, Instagram. I'm going to be setting up TikTok. I'm going to be setting up Twitch. I'm even going to be setting up an X account for this account because that's where a lot of the VTubers are at. But I'm going to be beginning a VTuber project focused on Christian content and recovery content because honestly, I don't see a whole lot of Christian VTubers. They are out there. I love the ones that I've found. But I see even less VTubers focused on recovery and addiction, issues. So I want to combine the two, reach a new audience through the medium of VTubing and just all of that, and go from there. Because I think this is another way to. Basically, I've recently been watching a lot of VTubers over the past 3 to 4 months, and recently I asked God, what can I do to reach a different demographic that I'm not reaching now? Not that I'm reaching a whole lot of people anyway. I mean, really, my views have gone way down. I'm working on that part. But God basically gave me the idea in the back of my head. He basically said, hey, Gibbs. He gave me a Gibbs slap and said, what have you been watching recently? VTubers. Okay, be a VTuber. I'm like, I don't have the budget for that. And he's like, there are free options. I'm like, I'm sure there are, God, but far be it from me to be able to model my own VTuber model. Well, guess what? I did. So I will be showing you some, I'm going to be posting some sneak peeks here, and then I'm going to be doing more in the back end on X and other platforms to build an audience, and then hopefully by June 8th, June 8th, I'm going to be starting because, and why June 8th? Well, it's a Sunday. More importantly, it's Pentecost. And I believe that date is important for a lot of reasons. And I believe that date could be the beginning of something greater in my career, in my outreach, in my ministry, in my walk with God, and in the walk of God, and in others' walk with God that learn from me and learn from my example. So that's what I got. I don't have a whole lot that I can share other than my story, but I can do it in a different way. And that different way can help people see Jesus through how he's affected my life. Your biggest witness, as I've been told before, is the story that you can tell about where Jesus showed up. That's your biggest witness. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for showing up to the live streams, to the YouTube chats, to the videos, to the Instagram posts, to the reels, to the everything. I love you. I appreciate you. You're awesome and amazing. And I just thank you so much for being here and for being part of my day. I'll see you again soon. Take care. and I love you just the way you are.